Today's video has been sponsored by Recurrent, which is important for a vehicle like this F-150 Lightning because the battery is a very important and expensive component of your electric vehicle. So they provide three kinds of reports. You can get a one-time snapshot, which gives you a glimpse at what the state of health of the battery would be if you're looking to buy an EV. You also have owner reports, which come once a month and give you all sorts of information like the impact of temperature on your range when it hits winter, or how much range you might have in 3 years' time, and your charging habits and things like that for owners of EVs. And lastly, they provide dealer reports for all the EVs the dealerships may have in inventory. So if you have an EV or you're thinking about buying an EV, definitely check out Recurrent. Their reports provide some awesome information. Check out my link in the description below. Thanks again to Recurrent for sponsoring today's video. We are spending the next week living with the electrifying new Ford F-150 Lightning. I'm sorry, I'll try not to make any more terrible electricity related puns, but this is a big deal because it's an all-electric F-150, Ford's best-selling vehicle, and obviously that's quite a big deal. This one is the Platinum trim, which is quite nice. Look at that. We got the big screen showing the startup animation. It was delivered to me with 94% charge, which is showing 261 miles of range. And first thing, cold start. Just kidding. Well, I guess that's the cold start noise. I just had a message pop up on a dash that said electric range revised due to external temperature, and it's up to 292 miles now, so it must have adjusted. I drove this truck a couple months ago up at Road America, actually, not on track. It was just on the streets around the track at a media event. And I've also spent time in the GMC Hummer EV Super Truck, the Rivian R1T, so it's gonna be really interesting to compare how this F-150 Lightning matches up against those two, and also compared to normal internal combustion based trucks. So far, I mean, it's an F-150 with a lot of torque, very smooth and quiet, which this is the most mainstream feeling of the new EV trucks. The Hummer is a super truck. It's ridiculously over the top. The Rivian is a bit smaller, but it also feels a little more unconventional. Again, it's a startup, it's new. There's no basis point to compare the Rivian to, whereas you have the F-150, generations of the F-150 in mind. So we'll be spending a week living with the new F-150 Lightning, showing you charging, day-to-day driving, the interior technology, things like that, and essentially what it's like to live with the all-new F-150 Lightning. That's pretty quick. So EV struggles, we've got this weird situation right now. So it's showing 91% charge. I've got it hooked up to just a regular outlet because for some reason, the chargers at work right now, this truck is not charging. I've got a coworker with a Mach-E, we've got a Tesla over there, they're charging fine. So we just wanted to verify, is it a charger or is it a truck? The truck clearly is accepting a charge, just plugged in to a regular wall outlet, not even like a 220 volts. So it is going to take 17 hours to charge the final 9%, which is obviously a little too long, so you kind of need a level 2 charger to do anything with this. I haven't been driving like a complete maniac, so 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour, decent. Mostly for driving. You can see the breakdown, which is actually pretty cool too. We also have massage seats, driver and passenger up front. We can change the different modes. You can enjoy that. And you can see I have the front trunk open, which is where the charging cable comes in. So it's a pretty spacious, it's actually power too. Power open and close. Wait, how does this close? Oh, it just lifts out. Interesting. So I'm in the Lightning, and we've got Philippe over there in the Lusso. I may have massage seats, but he has a V12, so yeah, I think he wins. Although I'm pretty sure the Lightning would be faster than the GTC 40 to 60. Pretty certain. Hello, Bentley. Alrighty. This is a weird pairing. We have a V12 four-seater all-wheel drive Ferrari, and then the all-electric Ford Lightning. And then a Cayman GT4. I mean,
they get the same mileage, right?
Practically. This is seriously quick. Like, way to take it for a spin. Like, it is... Oh yeah, you don't care. I know you have a V12. Yes. Think about all the champagne you can fit.
There's a lot of room for champagne
you can
in there.
fit. And also,
that.
you can put champagne in the front trunk too.
I didn't even know there was a front in it.
Yes.
There's some Duracell batteries the size of...
No, I don't actually... Where's the key fob? I don't know if you can open it from the exterior.
Probably a good safety feature.
Here we go. So this man holds the record for the world's fastest case of champagne.
Around Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Indy 500 in the trunk of a GTC4. But look at this.
Wow.
Philippe, imagine all the champagne you could put in here.
You could put a huge bottle. Here, let me show you.
Of course, this man has champagne. He always has champagne. The front trunk on the Lightning is pretty impressive. So we've got more storage underneath here. That's where the charging cables, if you want to just plug it into the wall. That is a...
So this is the proper size champagne bottle.
Okay.
For the Lightning.
So from now on, we're going to do cargo capacity with massive bottles of Charles Heidsieck.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Hey, your engines fell out back there.
We're replacing it with champagne. This is an upgrade. So the Lightning has Blue Cruise, and I believe we are on a supported freeway, so we're going to go ahead and turn on. Hands-free is available. We'll set the speed. I think it's going. There we go. So it's got map roads that are supported. You have to watch. If I were to look away, it would warn me and tell me pay attention to the road. But this is actually hands-free supported adaptive cruise control on the highway right now. It'll be interesting to see how this compares to the General Motors Super Cruise and things like the Escalade and the GMC Hummer EV, which is again a competitor, sort of competitor, pure electric pickup truck. I say sort of because the Hummer is just utterly ridiculous. So you watch the road. I have to watch. It's paying attention. There we go. I think that's a little Blue Cruise sensor right there. It's going hands-free. What happens if I want to make a lane change? Will it do that? No. So it doesn't do automatic lane changes. I did that myself, took over, and hands-free is resuming again. So that's what the dash looks like when you have Blue Cruise running hands-free, the icon on the left. As my battery percentage below that, the range, and on the right you can see the speed that I've set at. I'll go up 2 miles an hour, let's go to 70 miles an hour. That's just cruising speed. Hands-free in the Ford Lightning with Blue Cruise. I seem to remember Ford getting into some sort of legal disagreement with, I think, GM over the cruise term, because GM has Super Cruise and soon Ultra Cruise, and Blue Cruise, I thought I remember seeing something about a lawsuit, so it's called Blue Cruise all over this right now, so I assume they came to some sort of resolution. Finished a long day at work. It was, oh my gosh, busy, stressful, exhausting. Stopped by a quick little Porsche event, which was filled with old air-cooled Porsches, and I showed up in a pure electric, very modern pickup truck, so it definitely stood out. It was cool seeing some of those cars. We're heading off to a meeting with a client now, taking the Lightning, which is smooth and comfortable. I didn't plug in and charge the truck today at work. It's actually not accepting that charger. Now, this is a pre-production truck, so it's throwing a charging fault, and it's not the charger itself, because that charger was charging a Mach-E, a Tesla, a Ford Transit electric van, so that totally works. Oh, somebody just cut me off. Totally handled it fine, so that's good. So the charger works fine, and the truck is fine because I plugged it into the regular wall outlet with the included charger, and it was able to charge, albeit a very, 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 very slow rate of charging. So I talked to some engineers that I know at Ford, and because it's a pre-production truck, that could be a reason why it's just not super happy. It says pre-production over the sticker and things like that, so clearly it's chargeable because it showed up on a full charge, but I have 225 miles of range remaining at 79%, and I will definitely pass along the feedback to the team that this truck has maybe a slight software problem that needs to be updated because it wouldn't accept a level 2 charger. That worked for other things. I will see if I can try another level 2 charger somewhere else though. Check out this animation on this left ring. So when you let off, it like opens up and shows the regen of the energy flowing back. And then when you use the throttle, that's consuming power. It's a really cool animation. And then that's on the brakes. You can show the regen braking. The Lightning just lights up at night. The light bar, the side lighting. It's just like a nighttime light show. And come around to the back. Get the F-150 style taillights, but it's modernized. Goes across the entire rear. Pretty cool. It wakes up when you approach. I actually really like the way these taillights are sculpted. Have a little F-150 in there. You can barely see that. That's cool. I like that. These digital clusters are pretty badass. So we're down to 72% charge. Built Ford tough. This paint on the Lightning has quite a bit of flake. I personally like blue. It's one of my favorite colors. It looks good on this. And the front end is dominated by this big light bar element. The front trunk opens up. Obviously doesn't need airflow up here because there is a front trunk, so that is all filled in for this kind of front grille area, just a styling element. But if you look really far away and if it's driving by, honestly, you'd probably think it's a regular F-150. It's just a big lighting element up front. So this side is the charging door. It says F-150 Platinum. Oh man, look at the flake in that paint. And then if we come around to this side, this is amusing to me. I was like, wait, does it have charging doors on both sides? I do not think so, because I think this is decorational to just make it match, so it's symmetric, but that's not a charging door on that side. Late night, I need to head home, get a bit more work done. We have the lightning badge here on the side of the bed, and those really cool tail lights also. A lot of lighting elements. Quick look into the bed. Got spray and bed liner, more lighting. I believe that's onboard power, pro power onboard, whatever it's called again. So it is Friday afternoon and I am having some coworkers over to my home for dinner, but I'm not cooking anything because I don't have time this week. So instead I'm doing a catered Chick-fil-A feast. So we're currently taking the F-150 Lightning to Chick-fil-A. I'm in rush hour traffic right now and I've ordered a bunch of food, so we'll load up the Lightning with lots of chicken and have dinner tonight. This weekend we'll be taking the Lightning out, doing the full review, spending more time with it. This thing still is not cooperating with the level 2 charger I have at work, which is like a Bosch charger. It's not one of like the EVgo or any of those charging network ones, Electrify America or anything. So it's just a Bosch charger, level 2. It works for other vehicles. My coworker's Mach-E was charging fine. We have a Ford Transit Electric that's charging fine, but this one, it throws a charging fault. So I did pull it into the loading dock and plug into the regular provided wall outlet, which is very slow. So I showed up to work at 68% charge. It was showing 168 miles of range, and the estimate to fully charge it up, this is Friday morning, was to get it to 100%, it said 5:27 a.m. Sunday. So I got like, I think 14 miles of charge. I left work at 183. Came in at 168. Does that math check out 16 miles? I'm tired. Math is not my strong suit today. If you have a electric vehicle, you definitely want to be able to do level 2 charging, but should be fine. 176 miles of range remaining. That should last me through the weekend without a problem. With that, we'll pick this back up probably when I fill this truck full of Chick-fil-A. I mean, this is a lot of food, but it's not quite as ridiculous as I was expecting. Kind of wanted to like fill the entire front trunk of the Lightning. That would be funny. But I am starving and people are heading over soon, so I am going to get home. Filming the Lightning today. This has a power up and down tailgate back here, so that goes down, and then you press the button again and it goes back up. Ellie and I have the new Insta360 camera that we're setting up on the Lightning to get some 360 footage of it. It already looks pretty cool. Ooh, we're gonna pair it with the app and then you can see. We'll do an exploration tour of the Lightning shortly. Look at this thing. It's like a unicorn. It's got a 360 camera on the extended edition selfie stick. Alrighty. How's it look? Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, Elia, what are your thoughts on the F-150 Lightning?
It's fine. It's fine.
Z06 owner hates on pure electric pickup truck. No. I mean, it's 90K.
It's 90K.
That's a little bit stagnant.
The technology's not there yet for something like this. I don't know. We were talking about range. If you tow, it's considerably less.
Yes.
It just doesn't make any sense right now. The technology's just not caught up for what this is supposed to be yet.
Yeah, we are currently, I have a 360 cam on the hood. Gotta be careful not to drive into anything. I feel like a unicorn right now. And we're gonna keep fiddling with that to get a bunch of, this is cool though, I like the 360 cam. Look at that thing. That looks cool. All right, let's go over the bridge like that. If we tap the little icon there, we've got different drive modes. We're in sport. Oof. That's 775 pound-feet of torque pushing you back into your seat. I'm a big fan of this animation on the left when you let off with the regen braking. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Just look at the front trunk. This is what I mean. It's so practical. It's so usable. It's got lighting. So this is my camera gear in here. It's like sealed. There's power outlets here too. Look at all of that. This is just seriously practical. I am home from filming. I am exhausted. did the review on this. We'll continue to live with it. We got a couple more days with the F-150 Lightning. I still owe you guys a thorough, detailed tour of the exterior and interior, and we need to check out the window sticker. It doesn't have pricing on it because this is a pre-production vehicle, but it shows all the options on this F-150 Platinum Lightning. Price is well over $90,000. This is expensive, but it's got massage seats. Let's do an exterior walk around of the Lightning. So obviously this is an electric pickup truck, so we don't need the airflow up front. So this grille gets filled in. It's got this texture, the big Ford logo up front, and then this light bar that runs across the entire top end. You see it kind of strobing. That has to do with the frame rate of the camera, but that's a really cool element at night. And then right underneath here, there's a button we can push, which opens the front trunk, which has become one of my favorite features of the Lightning. Plenty of storage here. Got outlets right there for power. Got lighting too. Turn those lights on and off. It's pretty spacious actually. And then we can press the button again. That closes it. In many regards, this just looks like a standard F-150 with a little more modern touches, like the front end with the lights and the fascia here. We've got 22-inch wheels because this is the Platinum trim, so bigger wheels. And this is the charging port. You'll see it says F-150 Platinum, which is pretty cool. You can open that up. There we go. And then coming down, got the very large and spacious cabin. Second row seats. You can fold up. Just pull this strap here. And that drops down. We got spray and bed liner back here too. And then we have the Lightning lettering here on the side of the bed. Cool little lightning bolt underneath the T with the light blue accent there. That's really cool. The taillights, again, resemble like F-150 taillights, just more modernized, kind of sculpted around here. The big light bar that goes across. And then we have the American flag with another lightning bolt. I do like that a lot. The tailgate, that is damped, like automated, up and down. Same thing with the step. That was loud. To make it easier to get into the bed here, we got more power here. This is 120 volts, 20 amps. All of these are. This one's 240 volt, 30 amps, so that's a big boy one. You can charge another EV with the Lightning, or you can apparently charge itself. Lighting here in the bed too. Turn it on and off. Measurement on the bed here if you need to measure things, if you're doing work. Press the number 1 button. Goes down, 2, in, up, and then instead of lifting it, we press the button again, and the tailgate goes up. Convenience. The big F-150 lettering also stamped here in the tailgate is a nice touch. Got some towing equipment back there, towing package. Just like the other new F-150s, you can retract the selector there, and then the center console folds out. And you have a table. I've actually used this for working on a laptop, or you could eat your lunch here, so it's a pretty interesting feature. You press the button again, and that comes up, and then you have this little like storage space here, which I sometimes put like a set of car keys in there or something. Obviously you need to move that before you put the transmission handle down. That's a pretty interesting feature on the center console. Otherwise, it's pretty standard. I have a wireless charging pad down there. This is a Platinum trim, so it has an extremely nice interior. You have some outlets here too. Power points. It's always convenient. And the storage space up there. Glove box. But then all the stitched leather across. Center dash. And then if you look at the door, we've got this exposed pour wood trim here. You can feel some texture. It looks like it. I think it's real. Then we got suede inserts here with white piping there. And then the seats are pretty fancy. The Platinum badge there. They're massage, multi-way adjustable. Not sure what this part of it. One of my coworkers fiddled with it. I was like, huh. The white two-tone with the black. Heated and cooled and massage and many-way adjustable. So this is definitely one of the nice parts of the interior of the F-150 Lightning. The big panoramic sunroof, which you showed earlier. So final thoughts on the F-150 Lightning. It's reinforcing my previous thoughts from the first time that I drove it. Actually might have been this exact truck at a media event a couple months ago. This is the most conventional feeling of the electric pickup trucks that I've been in so far. The Hummer EV is the super truck. It's way bigger, way more capable, way faster. Just a whole different kind of extreme experience. The rear wheel steering on that is one of the coolest features I've experienced in a vehicle, actually. And then the Rivian R R1T is smaller, much more premium feeling. The interior is a lot more of a different take than this much more conventional Ford F-Series Lightning. So I wouldn't directly compare them. They all have that like instantaneous shove of the electric motor. So this is definitely quick. Now, range, has it been okay for me? For regular driving, it's been all right because it's not been, I don't know why it won't charge on this level 2 charger that I'm dealing with. I spoke to the fleet guys and they said it's charging fine on their level 2 and level 3 chargers they use. So it's not the truck, it's something with why it's communicating with the charger. Regardless, 300 miles of range is actually what you get all the time with this truck. That's doable, right? The problem is charging speed, long road trips, towing, that's the big one. I've seen reports of people in the field getting a lot less range. I won't quote specific numbers right now because I haven't experienced it myself towing with the Lightning, but it will be a significant decrease. So who is this truck for? I mean, this is almost $100,000, well into $90,000 F-150 Platinum Lightning. I think it's somebody who wants to experience the EV life, not having to go to the gas station and pay $5 a gallon for gas. They may not tow or use a truck as hardcore as like a work truck, because I mean, this is the Platinum trim, right? Like I have a side seat. This is a luxury vehicle. There just has to be a more rugged truck looking shape. So somebody who commutes today may want the truck size and practicality and things like that. I do love the front trunk. I think that might be my favorite feature of the F-150 Lightning. The front trunk is so awesome. Just putting stuff in there, it's sealed away. It's just really cool to have that flexibility with the packaging on the Lightning. Do I like it overall? Yeah, it's a great vehicle. The power, it's instantaneous. This is by far, I think, the fastest F-Series, F-150 I've ever driven. Personally, for my taste and where the market is right now, I would be buying a Raptor. But the Lightning is good for a first try. It'll be interesting to see what future generations of the electrified F-Series trucks and what the whole segment's gonna go to. I'm gonna turn on my heated seats and head out. But it was a nice week living with the F-150 Lightning. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you also check out my other videos on some of these electric trucks. I have a quick little video on a Rivian R1T and a lot of content on the GMC Hummer. Thanks for watching.